Welcome. Hello, a little bit late today. 15 minutes late. Mama's life, I was eager to meet you, but my baby didn't want to have his nap. So here I am, 1 hour late from my usual schedule. Yeah, I usually go get the baby around 2, and then around 2:20, 2:30, he's doing his nap, but today was like, mama, I'm not going to have my nap today because I know you have your life. So yeah, babies are like that. But I'm here and I'm very happy and I'm very excited because this week is Muse week. And I want to share with you, some tips and tricks, ideas and inspiration regarding dance improvisation. And I also want to tell you why I'm so, not say obsessed, but I love improvisation, dance improvisation so much. I want to talk about that a little bit with you. But first, let me say hi to all the beautiful people and all the beautiful dancers. Thank you so much for being here. Hello. All right, so let's start from one big question. Why the Muse? What are you talking about, Lamia? What is the Muse? Yes, and I'm always changing my direction because here I have YouTube and here I have Instagram. So I will try my best to be with all of you. Hello, Kenza. Mwah. Love to you. So why the Muse? What are we talking about? What is that? So I am a believer in something which is beyond what we see in this world. Well, let's call it as you want it, the divine, the spiritual world, the universe. Let's call it as you want. I just call it the divine, the beloved. And I truly believe that as artists and as dancers, we have this kind of antennas where we can receive inspiration from this world which is beyond. And in ancient Greek, you have this beautiful mythologic figures, which are the muses. And before attempting any creative journey, you would have your invocation to the muse, so that the muse can actually be at your side and guide you in the creative endeavor that you are trying to go through. So that's why I want to call this the Muse Week, because I believe that especially in today's world and in the world I'm in, the community we are in, there is so much pressure into creating something which is yours, like finding my voice in dance, finding my own thing. And especially in the fusion world, let's say that there's this silent pressure into showing finding your own personal thing, which is I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying, let's just revisit that for a moment and let's put some pressure off from our shoulders. Because most of the times when we are looking to explore our own voice, we feel like we have to create something new. We have to, be expressive in our own personal way. What I would love to share with you through these sessions and these little talks is that the best, and I would say also the most precious way we can access creativity is by connecting with something which is beyond us, like this finite being, which I call like Lamia. So it's not really about me as a person and my personal thing and my personal expression and my own voice, but it's more about how can I become kind of a filter or kind of how can I resonate more and allow the inspiration, allow the creative flow, allow the muse voice to talk, to dance through me, you know? And I think it's such a different perspective. And it really allows you to enter in a sort of surrender to the creativity, which is not inside of you, is actually beyond. So I hope this resonates, because to me, like when I think about this, my heart is like, oh, so good. I just love it. So the true question, I think, where we want to start when we talk about improvisation, and I'm going to say why improvisation so specifically, the true question is not how can I, be outstanding. There is this pressure to be outstanding. And of course, well, we live in this world where there is this overexposure to so many contents and this endless scrolling of contents. That's how we built the system of communication in the social media, unfortunately. So especially if you're a dancer, you want that, the little taste which is different and it's outstanding. But I believe that when we put ourselves in this box of, okay, I need to find my thing, I think we are limiting ourselves. We're not opening ourselves, actually. And to step out of this box and to really be outstanding in a way which is filled with surrender to the creative flow, to devotion to the creative flow. Well, the way to do this is really to recognize that all of your creative journey, all of your dance training, all of the why we do what we do is because we want to enter into the state where we can allow the energy flow, allow the creativity to dance through us, to talk through us, to tell the story the muse wants to tell. So in Indian classical dance, we don't have muses, well, not specifically, but we definitely have one big example of the cosmic dance, which is Shiva Nataraja. And before every dance, you always have an invocation to Shiva as the cosmic dancer. It's a reminder for the dancer to be a vehicle of this energy, to surrender to the process, to bow at the divine's feet, and at the same time to allow the energy of dance to create through us, create through the body and the mind and the heart of the dancer. So why improvisation? I want to just touch this point a little bit, because I think especially in the fusion belly dance world, there is this beautiful possibility for freedom, to feel that your body can explore very freely and can touch on all of the different styles that you are nurturing your inspiration and your body technique with. And there are so many techniques to improvisation. And I know many dancers, myself included, study, structured improvisation, where you have a structure that you have to follow and certain rules. And all of that, it's So beautiful. But here I want to talk about that different way, so that it is not structured, but it's not random. It's something in between where you allow yourself to receive direct inspiration, just move with this creative energy flowing through you. And of course, there are so many beautiful exercises to do that. But I think the first very important step, I'm going to just, step a stone here. Set a stone, how do you say that in English anyways? Just to put a little pillar here. The most important, the initial important step is to recognize that it's not about you. And really, the whole of the creative process, especially in dance improvisation, is to step out of the way, basically, and just, allow that process to move through you. So you can do that in so many ways. I personally love invocations, and it doesn't have to be anything like crazy. It can be just a little ritual that you have before you dance, where you recognize the presence of, how you want to call it, the goddess, the muse, Shiva, the divine. And you bow at the divine's feet and you ask the muse, let's call it the muse just for the sake of our lives here. You call the muse and ask the muse to give you the inspiration and to move your body. And I call this the appointment with the muse. And my students know that I am it's the first thing that we usually learn when we do, especially private work with me. And I am a believer that you don't have to make it long. It can be 5 minutes a day, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, whichever fits your schedule. It's like you have this little window that you can open. And of course, it can be from, 2 minutes to 20 to 2 hours, however you want it, however fits your schedule. Don't make it impossible. That's the best advice I can give to you. I know you are an overachiever. I know you want to get better at dance, but make it sustainable for your life, because otherwise you're not going to stick to it. And the main thing, it's about sticking to it. The more you show up for her, for the muse, the more she will come and visit you. It's like a two-way interaction, and it's really about creating this relationship with her. So that's my little tip for you before we finish today's live session of the Muse Week, is find your 2 minutes, 5 minutes every day, if you can, during this week, to have your little invocation to the music. Can be in any ways, with your words, with your mudras, with your just intention, like talking in your head, little meditation, little ritual, whatever you like. Here, again, your creativity can flow freely. And stick to the appointment with her. And the more you will show up, the more she will come and visit. And there will be days where she will not be there at all, but you're going to show up anyways. You're going to be there. You're going to be at her feet, and you're going to be there and ask her to inspire you back. And I guarantee she will be there for you. More and more and more. All right, my beautiful dancers. So I want to finish today's live with this little tip. Keep practicing your appointment with the muse. And for the rest of the week, from Monday to Friday, I will be here talking more about these crazy woo-woo topics, which are not that woo-woo actually. They're also supported by apparently from, I don't know, like scientific neurobiology of how our brain works with creativity. But I'm not a professor and I'm not a scientist, so I'm a dancer. I'm gonna give you tips from my lived embodied experience, and this is my first tip for you. Create your little invocation and make your appointment with her. All right, so I'll see you tomorrow, 3 p.m. Fortunately, if Ricardo will have his nap. So I know all of you will be there, like fangirling to me, like, come on, Ricardo, you can do this, you can have your nap. And if I'm not here at 3 p.m. exactly, you know why. That's because I'm with my baby and I'm waiting for him to nap. All right, sending love to you, my dear. Mwah. You can always send me your messages on Instagram or email. Grazie te, Doro. Thank you to everyone. And bring your questions tomorrow, bring your ideas, and let's have this two-way interaction. Sending love to you. Bye-bye.